in.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Kadaja.
Kadaja, Carter Richard.
Nice to meet you. May I have a seat?
Yes, ma'am. Take a seat.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well.
Okay.
Well, let's start off the easy question. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
So, I am an energetic, caring, and charismatic person. I think that about me alone explains why I'm passionate about the things that I do and why I do them and how I do them. I am always looking for a challenge, something to better myself, to push my limits. My work ethics, I think they speak for themselves. I don't really speak on that because I feel like I can show you better than telling you about it, and then you can judge my character based on that. But other than that, I think I'm just an outgoing person and ready to work.
All right, very good. So do you happen to know what the color of our background is on our website?
The background is black.
Okay, I'm glad you know. Normally we ask that just to make sure that you've gone in and checked us out and done your research, just as we've done our research on you.
Okay.
So as far as this internship goes, what are you looking at as far as a career? How is this internship going to help you carry on into the future?
So basically, I can see this internship as a stepping stone to what I eventually want to do. I want to be in the business aspect of sports or operation management, and I think that this internship can give me a variety of things, and it can even give me experience in things that I didn't even expect to want to do. Because when I was looking on your website, I see that you guys publish articles about high school students, you publish articles over colleges in general, and you even publish things about NFL teams. So a wide variety of things I see you all do that can help benefit me on top of what I actually want to do. So I just want to add to what you're doing and help you guys grow and continue, to keep the great things going. I just want to be a part of a great thing that's helping the kids.
Okay, so you talked about your work ethic earlier and talked about how you show that through your work. How does athletics in your past, how has that influenced your work ethic?
It has taught me to be I guess you could say on time. It has taught me how to treat others around me because I used to run track. It's not a team sport, but it is a team sport. And so the way my coach used to do things is if one don't make the time and you're running a group, you all don't make it. So really you have to want to push that person to be on the same level with you. And I feel like in the work world, if you're all putting forth the effort to make each other better, it's only going to make the end result better. Because if it's a team project, it all reflects on you. So you got to want everybody to be on board, everybody to be energetic, enthusiastic about it, and just to push through and make something great out of it because it'll eventually reflect on yourself. So that's track as well.
So going off of making something great, one of our big focuses here at Gridiron is influencing young students who are getting into athletics, specifically football for us. How do you think that football teams, especially the influences from coaches, how do you think that affects them in their development?
I think the coaches first need to understand the students as like them and themselves, understand their personality, because the way you coach them and teach them is you have to know them. Like you have to know what works for them and what doesn't work for them because everybody is they're individual and they're different. So I think in order to help them, you have to teach them how to problem solve. So for example, if there's a play and they just ran it and then they did it wrong, you want them to be able to figure it out on their own without you telling them so they can further help their teammates, because I feel like you learn better from teaching somebody else. And I think it's more of a peer thing than a superiority thing. So your coach can tell you this 15,000 times. You'll never get it. But if your teammate tells you and helps you, and it's like I said, teamwork. And if I had to work with people in this internship and we have to collab, I need to be able to dissect the problem, work with them, communicate effectively so we can ultimately accomplish a goal.
Very good. So as far as communication goes, we do a lot of reporting, especially live reporting and interviews and things like that. What type of experience do you have with public speaking?
I actually took a public speaking class. I have done speeches. I was on a step team before, so I guess you can count that as public speaking because we had to do little dialogues throughout it. I've ran meetings in high school. I've done a lot of like customer service. It's not public speaking, but being able to speak with someone, and because I'm a manager at a daiquiri shop. So basically, if there's an issue, I have to pretty much dissect the problem as best as I can, keep a smile on my face so I'm making the customers happy, but also not going against my employees if they're in the right. So you have to be able to dissect that problem, solve it without causing more confusion. And I think customer service is a part of public speaking, but it's more of a conversation aspect of it, but it can still help. with me. So when I am doing an interview, I can talk to the camera with a smile. I can make sure that I have great posture, my dialogue is correct, I'm not wandering off, not doing anything. You know, I have to basically have to grab the attention of my viewers. So I need to make sure that I look like the thing that they want to, oh, let me tune in, or I'm saying something that's like, oh, let me hear her talk. So that's what I think.
All right, so our final closing question is going to be, what is one quality that makes you unique that you couldn't put on a resume?
One quality that makes me unique that can be on a resume. I would say, I don't know if a personality is a quality, but I would go on my personality, only because I can adapt to anything, and you cannot see your personality through a resume. You can see it from knowing me and working around me and just being in my presence and vice versa. And I think because based on case-by-case situation and things that go good, bad, or ugly, I can adapt and I can adjust and I can make the best out of the situation. So, yeah.
Very good. Well, that's all we have for you today, Kadaja.
Okay.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. Carter. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
That was pretty soft.